Hello and welcome to the first ever Prima discussion. This is just another concept I thought about where I talk about whatever random One Piece thoughts that came up in my mind. And today, what the hell is up with Sanjuan Wolf? Sanjuan Wolf? Who knows? But now, make yourself comfortable and listen to my brain flames after the intro. I don't have an intro. Okay, okay. Today I just want to talk about Sanjuan Wolf because in the latest tagging video he talked about the tallest characters, and then that's when I thought about Sanjuan Wolf and was like, what the hell is his devil fruit? So first of all, we know Sanjuan Wolf. Sanjuan Wolf is like this tall guy, really tall guy, 180 meter tall, from Blackbeard's crew. He was kept in Impel Down in level 6, as we know. And in level 6, only the worst of the worst get kept there. So he has to have committed some very serious crimes, even though he seems quite funny and shy. What the hell did you do, Wolf? And, well, his crimes were said to be so tremendously horrible that the world government had to erase them from history itself. I want the backstory for that. I mean, I want the backstory for every kind of character from Blackbeard's crew, but what the hell did this guy do who looks so goofy? Well, yes, like I said, Blackbeard and his crew, he rescued, or not rescued, he like freed them from the Impel Down when he was one of the warlords. So now he has the crew of all these weird people that seem very funky, and it's very weird that they get along. Like, I thought, do you think there's a lot of infighting in the Blackbeard pirate crew? But that's not what I want to talk about. Sanjuan Wolf is now one of the 10 Titanic captains of Blackbeard's crew. And to be a bit more precise, he is the captain of the 7th ship of the Blackbeard, like, fleet, if you want to call it. He is a giant. We know a lot of giants, and they all vary between sizes of 12 meters to over 20 meters. But he is a bit taller. We know that's because of his devil fruit. Because yes, he is actually the first ever confirmed giant to have eaten a devil fruit. But what kind of devil fruit? I've read a few things that it's a paramecia, but I didn't really find any real confirmation that it's a paramecia. So let me just spin my brain farts and give you my 4 ideas which devil fruits he could have. The first would be the Hito no Mi model Ancient Giant, or whatever the Japanese word for that is. Human model Ancient Giant. We know Ancient Giants. We know 2 Ancient Giants, to be more precisely. We know Ors and Lil Ors Jr. Both of them were not as tall as Wolf is when he is like in his maximum height, but that's something we can overlook maybe. Then another human fruit. That would be the Goliath fruit. Human fruit model Goliath. Then we also could think about the paramecia fruit, which would be like the grow fruit or something, a fruit that makes you able to like grow 10 times your size. And last but not least, the one that I like the most, the human fruit model Atlas. Sounds like it would be a mythical variant of the human fruit, similar to Sengoku's fruit, the human fruit model Buddha, but this time it's the Titan from the Greek mythology Atlas, who is said to hold up the skies. I think that would be pretty cool. But now let's get into the different fruits a bit more in like deep look. First of all, let's talk about the Ancient Giants. Ancient Giants are pretty unlikely. We know 2 Ancient Giants, like I said. We know Ors and Ors Jr. Ors is 67 meters. Don't get me wrong, it's very tall, and it's like 3 times the amount of like the tallest giants we know of. But that's still only like 1/3 of the size that our good old Sanjuan Wolf could take on. And Ors Jr. is even tiny, with 60 meters. Sanjuan Wolf could go up to 180 meters. and that was his maximum stated in a viewer card. So, but I'm not sure if this is actually his maximum, because we know how Oda works with his heights. He literally said that Sunisha is 35 kilometers tall, and I'm not sure if he wants to stay with that height. Another thing is that he also retconned Ors and Little Ors Jr.'s heights in different data books and different things. So maybe Sanjuan Wolf's height will also change. And another thing is why it might be an ancient giant fruit would be because maybe Ors and Little Ors Jr. are just the tiniest ancient giants there are. Maybe 60 meters is just like the bare minimum for an ancient giant, and they are like tiny in their eyes. And the ordinary ancient giant is over 100 meters tall, and the highest go up to 200 meters or something. That could make it this ancient giant fruit for Sanjuan Wolf. But well, let's just say it's very unlikely to be ancient giant fruit. Then we go over to the next unlikely one. Human fruit model Goliath. The Goliath fruit would also be a pretty unlikely one in my opinion. Because Goliath from the Bible, I mean the Bible is a confirmed thing in One Piece. We saw Kuma carry it around. And I don't know why the Bible is there. We know Buddha exists, but the Bible also exists. So is there a human fruit model god from the Bible? Okay, let's not stray too far from the path. And let's just see this here. David versus Goliath. That's the problem here. I don't know how many of you know actually the story of David versus Goliath, but it was literally just a fight between a pretty small guy and a big guy. I mean, yes, don't get me wrong, Goliath was very big in comparison to a normal human, but in the One Piece world, he would just be a regular human. Different sizes you can find if you search up Goliath is between 3 meters, and the maximum I found were 4 meters, but that's just an ordinary human. That's smaller than Katakuri, different people from Big Mom's pirate crew. Whitebeard was also over 6 meters tall. Like, yes, there would be creative freedom, and we saw in different anime like Danmachi and other series where the Goliath was taller than 3 meter, like probably somewhere in the 20 meter mark. But that's still far off from 180 meters. Yes, Oda could change it to whatever he wants to do, but I think he could, if he wants to do a human fruit, he could go with something better here. And now let's look at the third one, the grow fruits. To be precise, I didn't want to include this one because I wanted to only talk about the stone fruits. But the grow fruit, what I call it, like, it's just a fruit that can increase your size. I mainly got that idea because Tekking said that Sanjuan Wolf is a paramecia fruit, but I don't know if that is like canon confirmed. I mostly trust Tekking, but let's just take it with a grain of salt. So to explain it, the size fruit, grow fruit, or whatever you want to call it, would work similarly to the kilo fruit or ton fruit, as it would not only increase your weight, but also your size. And you would increase your height or multiply your height by different like multipliers, and that would make sense if it is the case actually. If like the grow fruits maximum amount you can increase your height is 10, or like in pre-time skip, Sanjuan Wolf only practiced so much that he could increase his height by 10, and after time skip he is even stronger and can increase the like maximum height even more. That would be cool, because if it's like you can increase your time by 10 times, that means he would be actually 18 meters tall, which is a normal giant size. And 18 times 10 is the 180 that we know of, which would make sense. And I would like a fight between Wolf and maybe Usopp. What do you think? Who would Goliath? Who would Wolf fight in the future? I think, like, maybe he doesn't have the Goliath route, but there's still going to be a fight like David versus Goliath, where somebody pretty small fights against Wolf, and that's the fight between David and Goliath. And if Usopp is like that, if there's like his big feat in the end, where he defeats like Van Augur from the Blackbeard Pirates and Wolf to become the greatest warrior of the sea, maybe even die in the process, I think that would be a good way to go out for Usopp. But many people just think that Usopp is actually the narrator of the story and tells Kaya all about his adventures. Maybe his kids and Kaya about all the stuff he did with destroyed pirates. And now we go to the third idea I had. The Atlas fruit. Human fruit, the mythical human fruit model Atlas. Atlas is a Greek titan. He comes from the Greek mythology, and after losing in the Titanomachy, basically the Titan Wars, he got punished to hold up the sky. So this image you have in your head of Atlas holding up the entire world, that's actually not true. He only was punished by Zeus to hold up the sky. So he needs to hold up the sky. What do we know of the sky in One Piece? There are a ton of sky islands. So what if maybe it's just a mixture and like Wolf has the Paramecia fruit, but he did there's going to be a David versus Goliath like fight between him and other people, and he hit the atrocious crimes that he committed were actually that he grew in size with his devil fruit and grabbed like one of the lower sky islands and threw the sky down on one of the sea islands. That would be a horrible crime. He would not only kill the people from the Sky Island, but he would also kill an entire island on the Blue Sea. And that would fit in with the Atlas scheme. Maybe, and Oda likes to combine different things. So maybe it's a combination between Goliath, Atlas, and maybe he even has some ancient giant blood or something. That's just mixing. But yes, Atlas is the giant who was set up, not a giant, a titan, was set to hold up the skies. And he had different encounters with Perseus and Heracles. But because we know that mythical zones always have more than just one thing. If Atlas fruit just turns you into a big guy and big equals strong, that would be already pretty nice, nifty, but I think there could be even more to it. Because Perseus turned Atlas into stone. And he turned Atlas into stone when he encountered them because Perseus wanted to get some apples or something, and then with the head of the Gorgon, Medusa or whatever, he turned Atlas into stone. So maybe not only can the Atlas fruit give you like more height, but it can also make your body turn really, really hard, which would make like it's basically similar to Tekai, Iron Body from the Rokushiki, the 6 techniques from the CP9, or Armamentarchy, but it's like a natural armor you have just from your Devil Fruit, because your body gets like as hard as like whatever kind of stone that would be. That would also give him extreme durability, extreme strength from his height overall, and all these different things would be taken into account and would make it an actually very strong fruit in my opinion. Another fun fact you probably don't know. Poseidon, not Poseidon from One Piece, but Poseidon from Greek mythology. He had a son who he named Atlas. And Atlas, the son of Poseidon, was actually the first king of Atlantis. And, well, could there be a connection between... No, there is no connection between Sanjuan Wolf and, like, Fishman Island. But maybe there is, like, a person who is named Atlas, and we will encounter him in the future. The height of Atlas, there is no confirmed height of the Titan Atlas. But if we look at different medias, like Marvel or God of War, those two are the examples I looked up. We know that from the Marvel comic Thor 4, this version of Atlas was 235 meters tall, or around 235 meters tall. And the God of War version was around 488 meters tall. That would fit into the thing, like maybe at the Paramount War arc, Marineford arc, Sanjuan Wolf wasn't used to his Devil Fruit or something, or like he didn't use it to its full potential yet, and he could only turn until like up to 180 meters tall. But maybe in the future, whenever in the final war, or whenever we will actually see this guy fight, maybe he can turn up to like 500 meters tall, and he's like this. Maybe the final war is going to take place on Sanjuan Wolf's back. Who knows? But yeah, if he has some connection to Fishman Island, maybe he destroys it because that would make sense for the Atlas thing. But that's just if the Atlas thing happens. And it's very likely that it's just going to be the Paramecia fruit in my opinion, but I just like to give you some brain farts that I think about. And well, we know that Sanjuan Wolf is a Devil Fruit user, yes, but I don't know if it's a Paramecia or Zoan. I'm pretty much sure it's not a Logia, because that wouldn't make any sense, but let me just run my thoughts crazy and whatever. What's your opinion? What Devil Fruit do you think is more likely? Or can you give me any confirmation if it's a Paramecia or a Zoan? I didn't find anything while researching for this video, but please let me know what you think. And who do you think Wolf will fight in the future? Like I said, I think Usopp would make sense, but if I think about the Straw Hat Pirates, Usopp makes the most sense for me. But there are so many more people in the One Piece world that could take on this fight. And I don't want to just limit it on the Straw Hat crew. There's the entire Straw Hat fleet, or the Revolutionary Pirates. Maybe Kobe from the Marines will fight him. Because Kobe is actually my favorite character from One Piece. And his fight with Wolf would also be something like David between Goliath, because Kobe is also like average height in our world and very small actually in the One Piece world. But I don't know, and I really want to know what the atrocious crimes were that he committed to get thrown into Impel Down. I want to know that for every character from the Blackbeard crew. I really hope we get backstories for all of them when we actually get into the part where Blackbeard is more relevant. But let us not start another brain flame or whatever I want to call it. I can talk about more things in another discussion video in the future, but let's just not say whenever those will come out, because whenever I have a random idea I just want to talk about, I will prepare a video like this, and there will be no set release date. It will just be whenever I have ideas. So, if you like this type of video, why don't you consider subscribing and clicking on that thumbs up button on the video. Yes, I'm doing the YouTuber thing. And I just hope you had fun listening to me. This was like the longest video I ever did. And hey, why don't you check out those videos here? Like, I have the what if scenario where what if Luffy was never born, or you can check out a new video from Grand Line Reviews, because I actually appeared in that for like 2 seconds. And well, that's all I wanted to talk about in this video, so hear you guys soon.